let's look at some 1- and 2-way chi-squared tests. So for this data set, I've got some different treatments and different colors of some flowers that I have, a control treatment, treatment 1 and treatment 2, and then they are sometimes red, white, and pink. And I want to know what's the distribution of the different colors for these different flowers. In other words, let me show you what's going on. So say you have some X and some P of X. This is your probability distribution function. And I've got red, white, and pink. And I'm saying, do these things have this distribution 0.5, 0.25, and 0.25. That's the idea. Now, you have to be a little bit careful when you're doing this test, because when you say this test P, it's going to use whatever colors are in that alphabetical order. For us, it'll actually be pink, then red, then white. So we're testing whether pink has 50% of the distribution, then red has 25%, and white has 25%. So be careful. So if I want to run this proc Freq, this is what it gives me. The first stuff we see at the top of the page is the regular frequency procedure that we ran before. And again, you can see if you were unsure of the alphabetical order before, you can look at it when it prints it out here, pink, red, white. And then we're testing whether this is 50%, 25%, and 25%. And you can see from this frequency table that that looks pretty good. That looks like a reasonable thing to do. But if you want to actually run the test for the null hypothesis being the data has the distribution 50%, 25%, 25%, and the alternative is that the data does not have the distribution, we get a chi-square value of 0.9, which has a p-value of 0.6, so we're not able to reject the alternative hypothesis. In other words, I think it's a reasonable thing to say that the data does have that distribution. Now, if you want to do something like testing whether we've got that distribution for each of the treatments, I want to run it separately for the control treatment, treatment 1 and treatment 2. First, I got to run a proc sort. Anytime you have a procedure with a by statement, run a proc sort. And then I can do this tables color. And then there you have, for treatment equals C at the top of the page, it says here I've got a chi-square value of 0.25, p-value 0.25. For treatment T1, I've